it's Dustin with TechMD coming at you with an iPhone 14 Pro Max. It's all cracked, but the screen is still good. We're going to be actually not only changing out the screen with original, but we're going to change up the chip as well. I wanted Gerardo to do this since I've never done it, but I've done microsoldering in the past, so it shouldn't be too difficult to do. As long as you have decent microsoldering skills and the right tools, obviously, you should be able to accomplish this repair. So we are going to first tear down this 14 Pro Max, and we're going to start with remove the two bottom screws, and then we're going to put it on some heat. All right, so first we're going to remove these two pentalobe screws with a pentalobe screwdriver. And make sure your phone is turned off if you can. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and put it on the heater. So I recommend no more than 90 degrees Celsius, and you got to watch the temperature because you don't want to burn the screen. We're going to let that warm up for about 3 to 4 minutes. This here is the good screen, and we are going to be taking that chip off and soldering it on to the new screen. We're also going to need to remove this here as well because you have to transfer those chips. So it's really important to transfer this piece here. So I get a little alcohol underneath here. Just use 99% every time doing anything. You can use some heat too. If it gives us a little issues, we will. I'm trying to put as little heat as possible on the screen. And this is the iFlex or iPlastic. You can get them at the links in the description, but we want you to send your 14 Pro Maxes to us. We're here in Utah. We also have a spot in Vegas, and you can mail it to us if you'd like. If you're outside of that area, we'll have it fixed within 24 hours. So just please contact us, and we'll put the information on the bottom of the screen there for you. So just slowly cutting this adhesive off. Some tweezers here. I've never opened one of these. I've never removed this before, so there's a lot of nevers here. It's being a little stubborn, so we're just going to get a little bit more alcohol. Hopefully loosen that up. We don't need to save this, but I want to save this because this could be some parts in the future just in case someone breaks their microphone or whatever else pieces on here. This might be a Face ID sensor, I'm not sure. Okay, you don't want to get any juice in those. We're just going to head and put the screen the other direction here. So you want to get it hot to the touch, and right now I'm just waiting for it to warm up, and I'm going to use a glove to hold the phone so that way it doesn't burn me, but it's not too hot. I can handle the temperature pretty well. So this screen is super delicate, and if we want to preserve it, you're going to have to follow these steps very carefully. So we're going to get our iFlex tool here in between the screen, put a little alcohol, and then bend it. You can see the alcohol seeping into the screen. That's good. You don't want to use much lifting force whatsoever with this glass being broken like this. Now the reason why I want to try to preserve the screen is because I have people who can separate this glass. And it's a good thing to save some money. Alright, so now that I'm satisfied that I got alcohol under there, And we're going to do the same thing right here. Make that seep in and loosen that glue. And put some bending force to it. Just very carefully want to lift this up. A little bit more alcohol might help. Okay, now it's actually coming up a little bit. That's good. Popping back in. Now this side is very delicate, so we're going to try to avoid that side as much as possible. Because I don't want to crack the screen. Alright, now we got some lift here. There we go. Now this side's harder to get into since that screen's lifted up because it's being pushed back. So it's a little bit harder to get on this side. But it pops right up though with pretty ease. You can see the alcohol just disappear inside the phone. It's good. Alright, so we've definitely got some more lift here, which is really good. I'm just still very concerned about this extra marks right here. Alright, now that you can see it coming up, now we got some lift here. Oh, there it is. It's all the way up, inside. And now we're going to turn it on and see if we broke it or not. Look at that, guys. It still works. There's no dots anywhere on the screen. No black dots, no lines, no discoloration. I'll tell you, it's super easy to break it. So if you break it on your first attempt, it's going to happen. These displays are super, super delicate, guys. Okay, now go ahead and turn it off since we're satisfied it's working. Alright, now we are going to work on the inside. So I'm using the tri-winged screwdriver or tri-point. One more, lots of screws. Whole entire plate. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and disconnect the battery. Just like to hit it from one of the corners. And now that's disconnected. And we're going to go ahead and disconnect the LCD cable. And that cable there. We're going to do the same thing we did last time. to removing this piece here. Except for one thing that we should definitely do. But O for original. We want to make sure this is transferred over to the new display. So we're going to get this piece here, our iFlex, get some alcohol to help loosen up this glue. Careful about this really delicate cable. See, you don't want to cut that. That was really close. It kind of jumped when I was cutting this glue. If you do mess up any of these cables, we can fix them. We know how to fix the traces on the cable. In fact, anything you mess up on your phone, we can fix that. Come on. This little corner's being stubborn. Lots of glue there. Pretty thick too. Maybe Apple wants you to rip it. Maybe. If your screen's broken, you can just use lots of heat on your hot pad and this will come right up pretty easy. I'm trying to find a corner that will help me get to it to lift it up here. There we go. Really thick adhesive here. Hold that cable on. Alright, I'll set that off to the side. Now this is the original, so we're going to have to clean this glue off of around the side here and also get underneath here to protect the original screen so we don't break anything. So that I do recommend heat, so we're going to come over to the heating pad and put it on the heater. So just putting some alcohol here. Let's see if we can lift this cable up a little bit without causing any problems. And my hands are starting to burn, so I need to get an actual left-handed glove. You want to wait about 3 minutes to get that nice and warm. You still don't want to burn the screen while we're doing this. Okay, now the cable's lifted up. Come back around over here. Alright, so we want to get some aluminum foil here. And we want to protect the display like no other. It's not aluminum foil, it's like aluminum tape. But maybe it is aluminum foil, I don't know. And probably just leave it on here without damaging it. That's probably what I'm going to end up doing. And this Captain's tape, it's also heat resistant. Just going really paranoid here. Because we want to preserve this display. Normally people like to grind it off, but we don't have that option. To grind the new one and for the... Yeah, so we'd grind the new display normally because we don't care about the original one. Or the new display one, and then we would take off with heat without worrying about covering everything. It's just safer that way. But we don't have that option because we want to preserve this display. It's good. So the next part will be taking off that chip, and so I want to verify that the display is still good before taking off that chip. Looks like I didn't damage anything. That's always good. So while that's booting up, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing on this one. Oh, I forgot to put this cable on, so it's not going to show anything. Oh, it still shows. Amazing. Oh, yeah, I'll put that on in a little bit here. But anyways, we'll put this on the heater and do the exact same thing here, so we don't need to record this.
It's done. Let's test.
Let's test! It's like 11 o'clock at night, and we just did a time change, so it's technically midnight.
And we're still balling.
Today is November 14th, 2022. This phone just came out. We had to pull the screen off another phone just to get this going. So, we're very excited to test this. The customer, yeah, he paid a lot of money because he did not want to have a cracked phone anymore. I don't blame him. But when you buy big phones, really expensive phones, and you don't put insurance on them of some sort, you're gonna have to pay through the nose. There we go.
Butter.
What? What? Just Strato, the man, the microsoldering master, the myth, the legend. Wow. I couldn't help but show this video, guys. Touch. Emergency. No damage. Nothing. No problems, guys. Now, you need to see that too. You get in there.
Oh, yeah, I was doing it at the same time.
Thank you guys for watching our video. Please subscribe to our YouTube. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Also, we do have a website, tech-md.com, which has a live chat. And we do have a phone number, which will be available up top. Thank you again for watching.
Thank you.